Well, welcome everyone to the Six Figure Start Video Summit. I'm so thrilled today because we're going to be interviewing Kay White. And Kay White is the founder and CEO of Way Forward Solutions Limited. And she's the author of a #1 best-selling book, The A to Z of Being Understood. Kay shows ambitious and often frustrated professionals how to get out of their own way and communicate more successfully, positioning themselves for success by using savvy, influential communication skills. After working with Kay or hearing her speak, people often interview better, are more successful in their careers. One of her clients recently described her as a Jedi who is often, and it's often the subtlety of what's not said and is implied that makes the difference. So we're excited to hear about that. Kay's career background spans 20 years at Willis PLC. That's the leading global insurance and reinsurance broker. She was responsible for the marketing and negotiation of multi-million-dollar global insurance programs. Married for 10 years, Kay and her husband Snowy live with their 3 rescue hounds in London, close to London in the UK. So welcome, Kay. We're so thrilled to have you.
Oh, thank you, Connie. It's so exciting to be here, and in this techno world we have. Here I am in my office just outside London, and it's wonderful to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you. It's our pleasure. And, you know, we want to talk about your book a little bit because The A to Z of Being Understood quickly became a bestseller just this past May. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
In the book, you tell people that if they give you 5 minutes, you will tell them how to be a more influential and a more savvy communicator. So I'd love to explore some of your strategies.
Well, as a lot of people say, that's a tall order. And when I was writing the back of the book, it was like, you have to say something that is true and grabs attention, because people pick up a book and then the first thing they do is turn it over. And so I'm standing on the back of my book with my hand on my hip saying, give me 5 minutes and I'll tell you how to be a more savvy communicator. And I can tell, Connie, just like yourself, when you're in the zone with what you're so good at, I only have to listen and watch, and I certainly listening to how people actually speak about themselves, how they speak about other people, how many times they say the word I versus us, we, our, the tone of voice, how often they smile, all of these pieces that all come together that very subtly add up to the overall message. And often, as you know, even though the words are really powerful, the way they're said can be the difference. You can say something really mean with a different tone, and it doesn't quite go in at the same level. It's all those subtleties. That's the 5-minute piece.
Excellent, excellent. So the first thing I want to ask you, what must you do to ensure you're understood? A lot of people are so quick to nod their head and you think they're listening, but perhaps they're not. How do you ensure that they're really listening and committing and concentrating when you're relying upon something that's really important?
Well, that's a very good question, because it's very easy to sit there and nod and think, right, and I wonder what time this finishes, or what am I having for my lunch, and those sort of things. And the person at the front, or the person certainly in a meeting with more than one of you, the thing I say to people is reflect back what you've heard. So rather than saying to someone, okay, so you'll do that by 10, will you, Connie? What I suggest is say, so Connie, just to make sure I'm clear, so I'm making it about me possibly being confused. Just so I'm clear, Connie, can you just tell me what will happen now? And then I wait. So I say to my clients, and then you zip it. Because in that moment, you will be, well, I'll do this, and then I'll do that. Because the question is back at you, rather than me saying, well, this is what I think you'll do, and this is what this is what you said, a lot. So it's very much checking in for commitment in that same sentence, Connie, using the person's name. That's the why in my book, actually, the A to Z. The why is yours truly, the power of your name. Connie, the power of your name, anyone who's listening to this. When people say your name, it kind of cuts through the noise. And so to say, so Connie, can you just make sure I've understood everything? What will happen now? And it's boom, straight in. That's one of the many ways, but that's one of the really easy, powerful ways.
And you know, I read the one chapter in your book, it was Q for questions. And it was fascinating. Ask the right questions. And it means so much more of a difference. For instance, when I coach individuals on interviewing people to learn more about what they do, I tell them to ask open-ended questions. Could you talk a little bit about that?